Welcome to our local GMC dealership. We're here with our buyers Brian and Renee, who are interested in purchasing a new vehicle. They're here with meeting the salesperson Sally.
Hi, I'm Sally.
Hi, I'm Brian.
I'm Renee.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to
How
meet
can
you
I
too.
help you?
Yes, we had today off and we're in need of an upgrade of our vehicle. We decided to stop by and see if you had anything that fits our needs.
Okay, is there a specific make or model that you two are interested in looking at?
Yes, we were very interested in a four-wheel drive sports utility vehicle. We took a look at your website and are very interested in the GMC Acadia. We think it would be a great vehicle for our family household.
Okay, well, I definitely have a couple options that I can speak to. First, I would love to grab a little bit more information about your lifestyles and your needs.
As we watch this negotiation unfold, pay attention to the bargaining styles and the negotiation styles of each of our participants. You'll notice our buyers are more interested in avoiding confrontation, and their style tends to be avoiding, whereas our seller is looking to collaborate and find out more about what creates the most value for both the buyers as well as her as the person selling the vehicle, and maximizing the value for both parties. This can cause a little bit of a disconnect between the two of them. Pay attention to how they solve that throughout the negotiation.
How many people are in your household?
There are 3 of us now. We actually just had our first child.
Congratulations. Is it a boy or a girl?
It's a beautiful, healthy boy named John, and we are so happy.
That is really wonderful to hear. So, with the recent birth of your child, is it safe to assume that you two would be interested in additional safety features and to ensure that the vehicle is large enough to hold a car seat or maybe multiple car seats for the future?
Yes, absolutely. As parents, the safety of our children is the #1 priority.
You'll notice Sally uses appeals to emotion throughout the negotiation to really make sure she's maximizing the value for herself and as well as the buyers. She talks about the safety of their new child when she starts thinking about what features to look for in the car, and that appeals to the inherent emotion that comes along with having a new baby. In addition, as the negotiation unfolds, keep watching for additional areas that emotion is used. We look at perhaps hurrying along the negotiation and really pushing for a decision quickly based on perhaps emotions like someone else might get this car if you don't act on it now, things like that. So have a look as the negotiation continues and watch for cases of emotion.
Okay, so getting into some more of these specifics, what sort of payment would fit into your monthly budget?
So we think that we could afford a vehicle that is around $35,000, which puts us at about $400 per month.
Okay, got it. And then how much money would you be planning on putting down?
About $2,000.
Okay, definitely something that we can work with.
Great.
Based on what she just heard, Sally knows that Brian and Renee can afford that $45,000 GMC Acadia they're looking for. So she needs to find a different vehicle she knows will fit in their budget and something they'll love. So she decides the best idea is to steer them toward a Terrain, which is a different vehicle. It's smaller, it's more affordable, but it's still a 4-wheel drive SUV. So she needs a little bit more information before she can actually decide that that's the right thing for them. So that brings us to our teaching moment number 3, which is asking investigative questions. So she's going to really dive deep in asking them questions that helps her to understand their situation, their interests, their wants and needs, what motivates them as buyers so that she can maximize the value for them while still finding something they can afford. It'll ultimately create common ground between Sally and the buyers and really allow her to maximize value. She'll then use that value that she's learned to sell the idea back to the buyers so that they can really feel confidence in the decision that they're making. And
So I'd like to get a little bit more information. Do you two live in the neighborhood or in the city?
Yes, we actually live in Northeast Minneapolis. We have a small 2-car garage, and we both commute to work.
Great.
Both of our commutes are short, though we both work in the city, and so we definitely don't drive more than 12,000 miles.
That's a great neighborhood and good information to know. So many of our customers actually come in looking to purchase a GMC Acadia, and they find out that they can save money, get better fuel economy, and even lower payments with the GMC Terrain. So it's a different model, but it's the same high quality GMC vehicle and both 4-wheel drive SUVs.
Oh, really? That's very interesting. We didn't look at that model. What's the difference between the two?
Yeah, so good question. So the terrain is going to be smaller, but with that becomes it easier to maneuver. You'll find that it could better fit in a garage if you have a smaller garage in the cities, and it is a little bit more conducive for people who are commuting in and out of the cities, but you will get the same high quality performance as well.
Okay, I guess that could be an option. We really did like the Acadia though, and so I'm wondering what are their main differences, and what would we mainly be missing out on by going with the terrain over the Acadia?
Sure. So when you're talking about just plain and simple the equipment and the performance, those are actually the same. The difference is going to be in the size of the vehicle and the size of the motor. So the terrain has a smaller engine, but with that comes better for the economy as a whole, and you're going to get more efficient mileage. And then the actual size, the Acadia, you'll see will fit 7 seats versus the terrain is going to fit 5 seats. But knowing that the size of your household with a new baby, maybe potentially more, it doesn't seem like you might need the 7-passenger seat vehicle. But how do you two feel about the overall kind of comparison between the two?
Well, the smaller vehicle could possibly work for us. It actually might be easier for us to drive a smaller vehicle in the cities and park without as many problems. How much does the terrain sell for?
So if you were to buy and purchase the GMC Terrain used, that would cost you $400 per month.
So it does fit into our budget, but I'm not really sure we want to spend that much money when we aren't getting the car that we originally were thinking of, especially now that you're suggesting a used vehicle over a new one.
Brian and Renee give out important information about their budget. In teaching moment number 4, Brian and Renee should have used listening as a negotiation tool. Listen Sally negotiate out herself and give out more information about available options.
So one other option I wanted to propose, knowing that you drive around 12,000 or less miles per year, is a lease option.
What would be the benefits of leasing? Then we wouldn't own the car.
Right. So if you would choose to lease, you could get a brand new Terrain that would bring you down to only $300 per month. So saving you $100, which could be money you could put towards saving for your child, your mortgage, anything that you would like to save that additional money for. But know that leases are more common for people who tend to drive not a ton and typically around that $12,000 mile range.
Okay, I guess that's an option we could consider, and the price is definitely more appealing, but I'm still not really sure if it's what we want.
So Brian and Renee are resistant. Sally should use diagnostic questions to ask more information about what they need to buy this offer.
So a couple of the other things I wanted to go through with you when you do lease a vehicle is that the insurance is going to be actually less, and you're going to pay less in addition to on sales tax, since you're only going to be paying tax on the lease amount versus the entire amount of the vehicle.
That is an outstanding point.
It really is.
I love that you're helping us find affordable options. Outstanding.
So that's my job. But in addition, know that your lease also, when it's over, you could either choose to turn over the vehicle, or if you want to buy it at value, that's an option as well.
Yes, that's pretty cool. I guess we've never actually leased a vehicle before, and if it gets us a new car opposed to a used one, I really prefer that option, especially having the opportunity to buy it down the road.
Exactly. And also, leasing a vehicle will protect you if it happens to depreciate quickly, so you won't ever find yourself in that negative equity situation. Further, since the entire thing is under warranty, you won't have to worry about any hidden costs such as purchasing new tires, new brakes, any of those kind of items.
Well, it sounds like leasing's the way to go. You've sold us. Sign us up.
Great. So I will take you over to our financial person and we can get you ready to go with your new car.
Awesome.
Renee agreed to lease the vehicle. In negotiation number 6, Brian and Renee could have delayed the acceptance, and this would have given them more opportunity to listen out other available options that Sally has, and also make sure that Sally makes more concessions and presents other amenities with the vehicle.